Have you ever wondered if one simple mistake before a blood test could ruin your results and put your health at risk? Imagine walking into the clinic thinking you are just doing a routine checkup and walking out with numbers that look worse than your real health. It happens more often than you might think, and the scary part is most people never realize that the mistake was not in their body but in the way they prepared for the test. Now let me ask you this: have you ever had a test result that made you nervous? Maybe your doctor told you something was off. Maybe you had to repeat the test. Maybe you spent days or weeks worried about what those numbers mean. What if I told you that in many cases the worry could have been avoided, that a simple, everyday habit might have been the real cause of that alarming result? Stay with me, because what I am about to share is not only surprising, it is also something that could save you from unnecessary fear and unnecessary treatment. This is not about making your results look perfect. This is about making sure your results are real and accurate. Because when the numbers are real, your doctor can make the right choices for you and your health. Let me give you an example that will grab your attention. There was a man named Robert, was 74 years old, was healthy, active, and in good spirits. One morning he went in for a routine heart checkup. Like always, he had his usual strong cup of coffee before leaving home. It was his daily ritual, something he had been doing for decades. Thought nothing of it, but when the results came back, his fasting blood sugar looked too high. His heart rate was faster than normal. His doctor was concerned and ordered more tests. Robert spent weeks worrying about diabetes, heart disease, and other conditions. Finally, when the blood work was repeated, without that morning coffee, everything was normal. The problem was never his body. The problem was the caffeine that tricked the test into showing false numbers. No, pause for a second and think about that. One simple cup of coffee caused weeks of stress, unnecessary appointments, and unnecessary fear. Do you see how powerful these small choices can be? Oh, you see why I am telling you this today. And it is not just coffee or tea. Caffeine stimulates your adrenal glands, which release stress hormones like cortisol that can shift your blood pressure. It can speed up your heart rate. It can nudge your blood sugar out of place. Even when you drink it black with no sugar or cream, your body reacts in ways that show up on your results. So when your doctor says fasting blood test and only water before the test, they are not making a suggestion. They are giving you the key to accurate results. Ignore it and you may get a false picture of your health. Follow it and you give your doctor the truth about your body. I know what you may be thinking. It is just one cupid, is just a sip. Surely it cannot matter that much. But remember, Robert, remember how weeks of fear came from one cup. That is the price of ignoring small details. And let me tell you, this accuracy matters more as we get older, because as we age, our doctors are monitoring multiple things at once: our heart health, our kidney function, or blood sugar, cholesterol, medication. Adjustments are often based on those numbers. If those numbers are wrong, the treatment plan may also be wrong. So here's the choice you face. You can satisfy your morning craving for coffee or tea and risk distorted results, or you can wait a little longer until the test is done and walk away with peace of mind, knowing the numbers are real. Think about it this way: that one cup of coffee can wait an hour or two, but the stress of a false alarm can last for weeks. Which would you rather choose? No. Let me share another story with you, because I know stories stay with us more than instructions. There was a woman named Carol. She was 78 years old. She was taking a diuretic pill every morning to help with fluid retention. It was her routine, something she never questioned. Only morning she went in for her fasting blood test and took her pill as always. She thought nothing of it when the results came back. Her potassium levels were alarmingly low. Her kidney function looked worse than it really was. Her doctor became concerned and even adjusted her medication. Carol was confused and worried. Later, when the blood work was repeated under proper conditions, her numbers were fine. The only problem was the timing of that morning pill. Though you see, the pattern, the body itself was not failing. It was the way the test was prepared for that created false results. This is why I say blood tests are not just numbers on a page. They are snapshots of your health. But if something distorts that snapshot, it no longer reflects you. It reflects the mistake. That is why I am urging you today, before your next blood test, think carefully about what you eat, what you drink, what pills you take, and even how you move your body. Each of these choices can tilt the results one way or the other, and when the results tilt the wrong way, your health story gets rewritten with errors. Now let me give you another question that might wake you up. Have you ever eaten a little breakfast before a fasting test thinking it was harmless? Maybe A piece of toast, maybe a glass of juice, maybe just a bite of something small most people don't do. What happens is that the glucose and fats from that meal stay in your bloodstream for hours. So, when your blood is drawn, the numbers do not reflect your normal baseline, they reflect the food you just ate. Remember, a gentleman named Harold thought skipping coffee was enough, but had some toast with jam and juice before his test. His triglycerides came back double the normal range. His doctor nearly put him on medication, and later did they discover the truth: the breakfast had distorted the numbers. This is why fasting means fasting. No food, no snacks, no juice. Only water, because water does not alter your results. Water supports your body to show its natural stat. No pause and imagine this: how many people in their 70s and 80s are going through unnecessary treatment or unnecessary worry because of these simple mistakes. The truth is more than we realize. The good news is it does not have to be you can protect yourself with awareness. So, here is what I want you to do next time you see a blood test on your calendar. Treat it like an important event, not just another appointment, but an opportunity to prepare your body with care. Plan your evening before. Decide what you will skip. Remind yourself it is temporary, and most of all, remind yourself it is not about perfection, it is about truth. The truth of your health. Now let me ask you again, is your morning coffee worth weeks of fear? Is that small piece of toast worth a false diagnosis? Is that habit of taking medication without guidance worth distorted numbers? You already know the answer. Your body deserves accuracy. Your doctor deserves accurate information, and you deserve peace of mind. So when you walk into that clinic for your next test, remember this conversation. Remember Robert, remember Carol, remember Harold, and remember yourself. Because your choices shape the story those numbers will tell. Now let us move forward, because you already know how one small choice before a blood test can create weeks of unnecessary stress. And you have seen how a simple cup of coffee or a single pill or a slice of toast can change the numbers. But there are still more mistakes. People make mistakes that almost no one talks about yet. They can have an even bigger impact on your results. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever gone for your morning workout before a test thinking it would impress the doctor? Maybe you thought it would show how active and disciplined you are. Maybe you felt proud walking into the clinic knowing you had done your power walk or your exercise routine. But here is the truth: strenuous exercise before a test can completely distort your results. When you work your muscles hard, they release enzymes, lactic acid, and other byproducts into your bloodstream. These byproducts can raise certain markers, like creatine kinase, which might look to the doctor like signs of heart or muscle damage. Your blood sugar may drop lower than usual. Your potassium might rise. Your results may no longer reflect your everyday baseline, but instead reflect the aftershock of your work. Remember a woman named Louise. She was 68 years old. She loved her morning walks. One day, she went for her regular 2-mile power walk before her cholesterol and blood sugar test. She felt energized and proud as she sat down for the blood draw, but when her results came back, her potassium was too high and her blood sugar was strangely low. Her doctor grew concerned and ordered more tests. For a week she was full of anxiety, wondering if something serious was wrong. Only later did they realize the walk that morning had changed her numbers. Truth is, exercise is wonderful for your heart, your mind, your bones, and your spirit, but not before a blood test, because timing matters, and if you want accuracy, you must press pause for a few hours. Do gentle stretching if you like. Save your walk, your swim, your weights for later in the day. Your health journey is a marathon, not a sprint, and pausing for accuracy will save you from false alarms. Now let me ask you another question. Have you ever enjoyed a glass of wine or a small drink the night before a test thinking it would not matter? So many people do. But alcohol can throw off your results in ways that surprise even the healthiest senior. 7. Moderate drinking can raise your triglycerides and your liver enzymes. It can shift your blood sugar in unpredictable ways. For a doctor who is monitoring your cardiovascular health, these are critical numbers. If they suddenly spike, the doctor might suspect a serious problem like liver disease or diabetes. Knew a man named Harold who had a routine blood panel scheduled the night before he joined a family gathering and had a couple of beers. When his test results came in, his triglycerides were high and his liver enzymes had doubled compared to his last visit. His doctor ordered more scans, and he spent weeks worrying about possible liver disease. When he repeated the test after avoiding alcohol, everything was back to normal. The alcohol alone had created a false alarm, so here is the simple rule: if you have a blood test tomorrow, skip the alcohol today. Give your body 24 hours to clear itself. That way the numbers reflect your real health, not the drink you had last night. Think about this: is one evening of drinking worth weeks of stress and extra appointments, or is it wiser to wait just one more night and walk away with clarity and peace of mind? No, let us pull all of this together, because by now you see the pattern. Small, everyday habits can shape your results. Coffee, tea, medication, breakfast, exercise, alcohol, each one seems harmless in the moment, but each one has the power to distort the snapshot your doctor sees. And let us not forget what those snapshots really are. They are not just numbers on a page. They are the story of your heart, the story of your kidneys, the story of your blood. They are the story of how your body is functioning at that exact moment when those snapshots are clear. Your doctor can guide you with confidence when they are distorted. Your doctor is working with a picture that is not true, and that can mean more tests, more medication, more worry, all of which might have been avoided. No. I want you to think about yourself. Think about the last time you had a blood test. Were you truly prepared? Did you drink only water? Did you skip the morning pill unless your doctor told you otherwise? Did you avoid food, alcohol, and exercise, or did you assume it would not matter? Be honest with yourself, because honesty now can save you from fear. The older we get, the more important accuracy becomes. Our doctors are not just looking for big changes. They are looking for subtle shifts over time. They are comparing today with last year and the year before. They are adjusting medication based on small differences in numbers. So if those numbers are off because of a mistake in preparation, the treatment plan can also be off, and that is not fair to you. You deserve clarity, you deserve accuracy, you deserve peace of mind. So here is my challenge to you: the next time you see a blood test on your calendar, treat it with the seriousness it deserves. Plan your evening and your morning in advance. Tell yourself, this is not about going hungry or being deprived. It is about protecting your health with wisdom and awareness. Skip the coffee, skip the toast, skip the pills unless your doctor approves them. Skip the workout, skip the alcohol, drink water, rest, and show up ready to give your body the chance to speak honest. Because your health story is too valuable to be distorted. Your future is too valuable to be shaped by mistakes you can easily avoid. No, I want you to pause and imagine how much stress you can save yourself if you apply these lessons. Imagine walking into your appointment calm and confident, knowing you did everything right. Imagine seeing your results and knowing they are a true reflection of your body. Imagine your doctor smiling and saying your numbers are accurate, clear, and reliable. That is the gift you can give yourself. So let me leave you with this thought: small changes today can protect your tomorrow. Preparation is not punishment, it is power. And when you use that power wisely, you step into every appointment not with fear but with confidence.